right? You remember that big square? Well, look at what happens when I run into it. Eventually it's gonna fall off. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is gonna be like a follow-up video to my tile builder and world builder tutorial that I released a few days ago. In that tutorial, I covered pretty much all the basics, but you know, some questions remain unanswered. So there's two things that we're going to cover here, which I'm going to say are like a little bit more advanced. So I don't know if you guys saw that video, that tile builder tutorial. If you're looking to learn that, like the basics, I definitely recommend watching that video. But in that video, when I got to the nodes tab here, I realized that the only thing that would work or that would do something was the effects tab, and then we started messing around with all the different settings that we can do here, or parameters, whatever, and we messed around with this, and then we found out a few effects that were pretty cool. But I said that the other ones did not work. Now, the only ones I've messed around with here are oil and chemicals. The first thing I did was I turned water on, and then I put a chemical cube like this. I scaled it up like really big, and then I placed it above this pond. Now I'm gonna put it to the side here, and I'm just gonna make it bigger like that. You'll see why in a moment. So I had put a big cube like that over the pond, hoping that it would turn the water into chemicals. It did something a lot more weird than that. And then I had done the exact same here. I added the effects here, which you can see is just a big cube right now, which I lowered into here so that it would act like just a pond. And then I loaded up the world, and something really weird happened. So I'm gonna save this. Actually, I'm gonna turn off water because we don't need water right now. You'll see why. I already have a world created with that tile. I just saved over that tile, so it's going to modify the world automatically. So I'm gonna go to node test and play. So by the way, these bubbles are just an effect that I added. It's an effect from the effect node. So you see the two ponds. So this is the chemical one, this is the oil one. And on the right side of the chemical pond from here, I added a big square, right? You remember that big square? Well, look at what happens when I run into it. So I can't see it from the outside, but then now I'm inside the big square and I'm swimming above land right now, as if this was all chemicals. So now I'm swimming on the top of those chemicals, but we can't see them. It's there, but we can't see it. It's invisible. So I don't exactly know or understand like the reason behind this, or why the devs would give us this instead of the ability to turn water into chemicals or the ability to turn water into oil. That's actually not inside the tile builder, but we have these nodes that we can put in the world at random places. We don't see them from the outside of it, but when we are inside, this is what I'm seeing. So here I put them at like inside the ground so that it's about the same height as those bubbles. So if I jump into it, now it kind of makes more sense, and the bubbles kind of like let me know where it is. Not very useful. I don't understand it, but anyway, now you guys know that this can be done. Maybe you can figure out a use for it. So like same here. Here I'm swimming in oil. But like if I left the water on, I would be in water right now, not oil. So I was wrong when I said that the only node that works are the effects. At least I know oil and chemical works. And now we're gonna go and test out the other ones. So we're just gonna go back to nodes. Now I've tried chemical and oil. We're gonna try reflection. I'm just gonna make this one super big. Wow. Okay, the square is as big as the tile right now. So I want that square to be about as big as that pond. So I want to know like when I'm walking into it. And then in the other pond, I'm gonna put that water node. That's probably just going to be the same as oil and chemicals. It's probably just going to be water that I can swim in, but without turning on this water here. And then I want to try a waypoint. I have no idea what the hell this is. I want it to be like close to ground level. Okay. Okay, so this right here should be the reflection one. Actually, I thought I spawned some shapes in there. That's so weird. But anyway, like this works. I'm inside water right now. So let's spawn my boat. This is so weird. The boat behaves as if it's in water. Eventually it's gonna fall off. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is so dumb. So what if I put this inside of the reflection node? It does nothing at all. Just this is the same node, like, or the same tile copied a bunch of times. And so like if I'm here, I should be around the corner where the waypoint node was set up, but it does nothing at all. Yep, no sense at all. The game knows it's there, but I can't see it from outside. I can only see it if I'm inside the node. So yeah, maybe someone can explain to me the whole purpose of this, because I don't understand it. It doesn't seem to serve a purpose to me. It's just very, very, very weird stuff going on. Alright, so that's enough for nodes. We've messed around with them enough. That's as far as my understanding of them goes, but there's something else that we need to test. So, in my tutorial that I made, I'm actually going to delete these. I was saying that I didn't think that these shapes were going to be usable. I thought they were just going to be like for decoration only, but I was completely wrong when I said that. So then I went to the Steam forums and I asked, like, is it possible to make these objects work? Can I use them? I don't understand their purpose. And so the tile builder just lets you decide what you want to do with them, and it uses these restrictions here. So I'm gonna show the answer that I got on the Steam forums, which made me realize that this was a thing right here. Yeah, they said basically access restrictions and make this thing destructible by just clicking here. And now if I was to load the world right now, I would be able to just approach this, hit it with my hammer, and release the farm bot and then fight it or whatever. Now I don't know what convertible to dynamic means. I have no idea. But what I did with the tires that were here, when I loaded up this tile, there were a bunch of tires. What I did is I put all these tires there, and then I assigned one of these restrictions to each one of the tires. And so the erasable one, it was pretty straightforward. I just right-clicked on it, and I deleted it pretty much. Then the other ones, they were not so easy. So one of them I was able to pick up with my weld tool and weld it to something else, but the other ones it wouldn't work. Paintable, obviously that's pretty straightforward, you're able to paint that one. Buildable, I'm assuming is you can build something on top of it, or you can use it like you can put it on something. Liftable, obviously you can put it on your lift. Usable, I mean, I guess it depends what it is. In my case, it was just a bunch of tires. So the usable part, I guess it depends. Like for the craft bot, this applies because it's something that would normally be usable. And then destructible, the tire that was assigned the destructible restriction was not destructible. I tried to, I mean, it's probably destructible if it gets hit by a farm bot, but I could not destroy it with my spud gun, and I could not destroy it with my hammer. I hit it, and then it flew off, and I hit it again and again and again, and it just kept flying off, and then I hit it with a spud gun, and it never got destroyed. Yeah, so it's up to you to decide what you want these objects to, like, do you want them to be interactable or not? And then you can decide how interactable you want them to be here. So if I was to put this in the world and I wanted to be able to pick it up and use it or weld it or build onto it, then I would probably go buildable, paintable, connectable, liftable, usable, and that's pretty much it. So this way I could probably do whatever I want with it. And destructible, well, like I said, it doesn't work on these things. These things are not going to be destructible by me, but I guess they could be destructible by farm bots. And convertible to dynamic, I'm sorry, I have no idea what this means. Maybe one of you knows, and maybe you can write it in the comments so that everybody else can benefit from it. I'm just going to set it to destructible, I guess, this thing here. I want to know if it's possible to make these capsules deletable. The buildable, paintable, connectable, liftable, I don't care. Like, these ones, they don't really matter. But like, I'm going to take this, for example, and I'm going to assign every other thing to it so that we can see what we'll be testing, what we can do with this. Alright, so this one I assigned everything to it, right? So yeah, I could weld it. I guess I can't weld it to this, but I could weld it. There you go, I can weld it to that. Oh, I could actually delete it. If I'm holding like a regular block, I could delete this. I should be able to, yep. Yeah, so as you can see, I can interact with it however I want. Yeah, I could delete this. I think that's what I did. I assigned this to be erasable, I think, so I could erase it right now. Oh, so this one I did not assign to be destructible. And I think I can't kill it with my hammer. I think it's not possible. This one I can use, and I guess I need to unlock. Yeah, it's right here. Level 2 craft bot. Yeah, I think the rest is pretty much self-explanatory. So now that you all know that you can use these parameters or restrictions, there's a lot more that we can do with our tiles. And I'm sorry I can't explain The chemical and oil nodes, I can't explain nodes in general. I just know that effects is going to be useful for me in a lot of ways when I build my tiles, but like the other nodes, I really don't know what to do with them. I really don't know what their use is for. But if one of you guys know, then please let us know in the comments so that anyone or everyone can benefit from it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was helpful in some way. You guys leave your thoughts in the comments. All feedback is welcome. You guys take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.